Hello lovelies, I'm Christina and today I'm going to show you the books that I got while Alex and I were out exploring in Oslo. Now, as you've probably seen if you follow the other Vlogmas videos this year, you saw that my good friend Alex came on a surprise visit all the way from Ohio and to Norway. And with him, he brought a couple of books as well as a belated birthday present and early Christmas gift. So I'm going to show you those two first before we jump into the haul of what I got while we were out and about. The first one is a book by Alex himself, and this is the second installment in the Half Angel series that he's writing. This is The Dawn of the Half Angel. Absolutely love the first book. I'm excited to get to this. The next one is the book that Alex and I will buddy read next. We did Mr. Fox by Helen Oyeyemi that we posted a review of, but our next buddy read is going to be The Hungry Moon by Ramsey Campbell. I have not read anything by Ramsey Campbell before, but the way that Alex talked about what he's heard of about him made me excited to get to this. It sounds dark and twisted and weird, and it has some kind of mysterious creature that is disguised in the flesh of man. So I'm excited. It sounds like something that's right up my alley. Thank you so much, Alex. Now let's jump into the books that I got while we were out and about exploring in Oslo. Firstly, let's do some comic books. The first one I got is Hilda and the Troll by Luke Pearson. Now, Leandro and we've watched Hilda on Netflix and I'm absolutely in love with that series. I can't wait for season 2. So while I'm waiting for that, I thought why not pick up one of the comics and get to dive into the world of Hilda once more, just in another form. Very excited to read this, and if you haven't checked out Hilda on Netflix yet, I highly recommend you do so. The next one is Phoebe and Her Unicorn by Dana Simpson, and I know this looks extremely bubblegum fluffy and it just seems very cute, and sometimes I like something fluffy and easy and cute, but I've also read a couple of the first pages in this one, and this unicorn is one sassy unicorn. We went to Outland where I got this, and I could see that there were quite a few books in this series, so I'm hoping I will love this and that this is a unicorn series that I can continue on loving. I stumbled across a book that I hadn't heard of before, and it is this one, Dear Strangers, Letters on the Subject of Happiness, with letters by Moran Keyes, Richard Branson, Ariana Huffington, Caitlin Moran, and Eowyn Colfer. And it also says, in aid of mind for better mental health. So I saw that this one, a certain percentage of every sold copy goes to this mental health organization, which I think is great. In this one it says, Dear Stranger is a collection of inspirational, honest, and heartfelt letters from authors, bloggers, and mind ambassadors to an imagined stranger. Insightful and uplifting, Dear Stranger is a humbling glimpse into different interpretations of happiness and how, despite something seeming unobtainable, happiness can, in the smallest of ways, become an achievable goal. Oh, so here it says, all of our profits from the sale of this book, at least £3 per copy sold, will be donated to Mind. So this sounded very interesting and I can't wait to get to this. I also got a science fiction book by John Scalzi, and that is Old Man's War, which is about an old man who signs up to go to war. I think he is, how old is he? 75 years old, and I think he gets to live in a younger body and go to war, and it is about his experiences going into this war. Sounded super interesting. I've fallen in love with John Scalzi's way of telling stories. They are usually very sci-fi, very twisted and different, and I'm here for it. I also got a Stephen King novel, surprise, surprise, and that is The Shining in hardback. Now, this is a truly just book lover's buy because I am collecting the hardback editions of as many Stephen King novels that I can find, and I usually want to get them in this format because they're the same size. I know it's know how it is. Books and book lovers, we're weird like that. But yeah, I saw this. I haven't seen this hardback edition before, and I didn't have a physical edition of The Shining. I only have it on my Kindle. So that's why this got to go home with me and lives on my bookshelf now. And I definitely need to read it because I haven't read The Shining yet. I know. I also picked up a couple of Christmas books as well. The first one is A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig. I've talked a lot about Matt Haig in my earlier videos, and I truly love the way he tells stories and talks about mental health. So this one, I think it's going to be a very magical and cute read, probably super funny. It says, you're about to read the true story of Father Christmas. If you believe that some things are impossible, you should put this book down right away, because this book is full of impossible things. Are you still reading? Good. Then let us begin. I have not been disappointed by Matt Haig so far. Probably won't be this time around either. The next one is this one. It is The Night I Met Father Christmas by Ben Miller. Haven't heard of this one before, but it was on a sort of a news section at Outland in Oslo, so it just caught my eye. And it says, Jackson knows all about the flying reindeer, he knows about the elves and the secret North Pole workshop, he knows about the magic that allows Father Christmas to deliver presents around the world in just one night. But there's one thing he doesn't know. How did Father Christmas become Father Christmas? That all changes when one Christmas Eve, Jackson meets Father Christmas and hears his incredible story. So begins an adventure into a magical snowy landscape where Torville, a mean-spirited elf, is about to discover the true meaning of Christmas. This might not have been the story Jackson was expecting, but as Father Christmas tells him, no good story ever is. So this one sounds truly magical as well. I'm having lots of Christmas spirit this year, and I just have a craving for magical Christmassy stories. And then, last but not least, I picked up 3 manga books. I have never really given manga a chance, to be honest. I love comic books, I love graphic novels, but for some reason I just haven't gotten into the whole manga fandom. So I thought, why not give it a go? So the first one I got is Death Note, stories written by Tsugumi Ohba, art by Takesha Obata. And I'm probably gonna butcher all of these names, so in advance, I'm sorry. I've heard amazing things about Death Note. I have not watched the series, so I'm going into this pretty blindly, and anything dark and twisted, you know, I'm gonna be here for it. So I hope that I will enjoy this as much as I think I will. And I've also been recommended this several times. So this one contains volume 1 and 2. Light Yagami is an A student with great prospects, and he's bored out of his mind. But all that changes when he finds the Death Note, a notebook dropped by a rogue Shinigami death god. Any human whose name is written in the notebook dies, and now Light has vowed to use the power of the Death Note to rid the world of evil. Will Light's noble goal succeed, or will the Death Note turn him into the very thing he fights against? Next one is this cute little thing. It's called The Girl from the Other Side. Name again, Siuil Arun, maybe? Arun? It says, once upon a time, in a land far away, there were 2 kingdoms. The outside, where twisted beasts roamed that could curse with a touch, and the inside, where humans lived in safety and peace. The girl and the beast should never have met. But when they do, a quiet fairy tale begins. This is a story of 2 people, one human, one inhuman, who linger in the hazy twilight that separates night from day. I'm excited that this just sounds very, very interesting. And we've come to the last book. This is not a series, I think this is a standalone issue. And it's this one, Caterpillar Girl and Bad Texture Boy by Sanzo. It was the weird title that caught my attention, but this is what made it come home with me. It says, beautiful, smart, and kind Tsugumi Kikuo is perfect in every way, the girl of anyone's dreams. But when she asks out her socially awkward childhood friend Akane, his response is a shocker. You're too perfect. What's a girl to do except transform into a giant caterpillar and try again. It looks super cute and seems super weird. So I'm hoping that I will love it as much as I love the idea of it. So there you have it. Those are the books that I was gifted and the books that I got while we were out and about in Oslo. Let me know if you've gifted yourself a few books before Christmas. I know I have. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I want to send a big thank you to Alex for coming here and visiting me, giving me the biggest, best early holiday surprise I couldn't forget. And thank you for the books that you brought with you. I can't wait to see you again. Hope you're doing well and that you had a nice flight home. And to all my followers out there, don't forget to go and visit Alex's channel and subscribe to him as well. I will link to him down below and in the card right here. So that's it. I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Goodbye.